Hello and welcome to Africa. I'm here with Mickey Mouse in my brand new Safari toy box, and today I'm going to play through it so you can see it in action. Then on Wednesday I'll start showing you how you can build it. This toy box evolved from the one that I used for my camera tutorials last year in my Toy Box Tutorials series. As I was demonstrating how to use the cameras, I started wondering what else we could do with them. Besides showing mission objectives and creating cutscenes, I wanted to see if we could actually incorporate them into the gameplay for an adventure somehow. Then one day, I was reading some of the vintage Disney comics in my collection, and I came across two stories where Mickey and Goofy travel to Africa to take pictures of the wildlife, and that gave me the idea for this adventure. I was already working on it when Nintendo announced its new Pokemon Snap game for the Switch last year, and after that I knew I had to get this working in the toy box if I could. Now, I'll warn you that the toy box cameras are severely limited when it comes to creating this kind of gameplay. I'll talk about it in more detail when we start hooking up the logic next week, but for now, let me show you what I was able to do with the cameras. Because even with the limitations, I really like how it turned out. So we begin here in camp, and as you can see, the toy box stretches a long ways in every direction. So there's a lot to explore. But we begin here in camp with our mission giver over here. So let's go talk to him and see what he has to say. He says, "I have a mission for you." And now he shows us a picture of an animal that he wants us to go and photograph. And in this case it's Baloo. He randomly selects one of 10 animals and he puts it in one of about 40 different locations. So there's a lot of replayability here. But you'll notice there's no radar marker, so finding him is going to be a little bit difficult. And I did that because I wanted to make this feel like a true safari where you have to go looking for the animals. But of course I realize some people may not think that's a fun thing to do in a toy box. Because on a real safari, you could go an entire day and not find the animals you're looking for. And that's actually happened to me in this toy box before. And that's okay. I kind of like that. But anyway, if that's a problem for you, I've got this radar tower that I've built. And so we can step on the power switch for that. And that turns on a radar marker in the lower left corner. So now we know that the animal that we're looking for is over in that direction. And so we can then turn it off and treat this like a true safari, and at least we have a starting point to go looking for him. Of course you could leave that radar on if you want for an easy quest or if you have small kids. But now that we know where to start looking, we'll need some transportation because as you've already seen, this is a large toy box and it's going to take too long to explore on foot. So for that we have a couple of options. First, we could push this button, which will generate a vehicle inside the shed. And you can use that vehicle to drive around. You can race in the toy box. It's a simple race, but it's kind of fun. Or the other option is we can head over to the watering hole at the base of Pride Rock. And you'll always find two animals over here that you can ride, one for each player. They're different every time you load up the toy box, so you never know what you're going to find over here, but it looks like today we have the zebras from Toy Story in Space. So that's kind of fun. And we've also got some animals at the watering hole. I see some monkeys and a bear over there. So I've got a lot of animals that you'll see when you're riding around the toy box, and I've tried to put them in places like you'd expect to find for their natural habitat. But everywhere you go in the toy box, you're going to see some different animals, and that makes it kind of fun. You're not going to see the same thing everywhere you go. But let's see. We'll head up to the top of this hill here. Maybe we'll see what we're looking for up here. And as we look out over this direction, there's some animals down there in the plain. See if we can get a little bit better look from up here. Yeah, not seeing them right now. But we know he's out over this direction somewhere. Got some vultures circling around up there. That's kind of cool. And once in a while you'll see there's a little bit of lag in the toy box. And that's because the game is randomly, or the game is adding the animals every time we enter a new section of the toy box. Kind of keeps the lag to a minimum. Unfortunately, the little hiccup that happens when an animal comes in and out, you can't really prevent. Oh, there's Baloo. He's hiding over here. We'll hop off. And as we approach him, when we get close enough, Mickey takes a picture. And mission accomplished. And then the animal will disappear after a few seconds. But you'll notice Mickey was standing here, and the picture was taken from over here. And that's one of the limitations that I was telling you about. There's no way to have the camera that I could find take the picture from the player's perspective. So wherever Mickey happens to be standing doesn't seem to be relevant. It's always where you place the camera in the toy box. And so that is one of the limitations. Unfortunately, there's no way to control exactly what the camera captures, and there's no way to save the picture except by using the screen grab functionality that's built into your console or computer, if it has such a feature. But this is enough at least to give you the idea that Mickey took a picture. So let's head on back to camp and maybe get another assignment when we get there. So let's go and do another one. So we'll come and walk up to our mission giver. He says, I have a mission for you. And this time we're looking for Louie, an orangutan. And once again, we have no radar marker, so let's go step on that. And now we have it. Let's go ahead and leave it on this time just to make it a little bit easier, so you can kind of see how that works. So now we know he's over in this direction. And you want to look everywhere because these things can be hiding all kinds of places. You just never know. Looks like he's over this way somewhere. Got a warthog over here. Oh, looks like he's out over here this time. Of course, you want to take his picture where you can see his face, and it looks like he's facing this way. As we get close enough, there he is, and we can come have our picture taken with him. So there we go. Another successful mission. But we can head over this way, and you can see there's lots of different animals. We have pandas over here, and some flamingos. Looks like there's a rabbit there. Some other critters. Not sure what that is. Something I found in one of the Star Wars playsets. And then up here, this is where the lions live. And there's a vulture circling up there. We have some lions here. So everywhere you go in the toy box, there's something different to see. But at this point, we could return to camp and get another assignment, or we could race the toy box, or we can just ride around and explore it a little bit. I wanted to add a few side quests and maybe an animal race, but the memory meter on my Wii U is almost full, so the main photography quest will have to stand on its own. But anyway, that's Mickey's Safari. It uses the toy box cameras in a way that I've never seen anyone use before, and it gives you something different to do with the critters and animal townspeople, besides rounding them up and tossing them in a collection pen. I tried to push the boundaries of what's been done before in the toy box and do something original for my safari. So leave a comment and let me know if I've succeeded. I'd love to hear what you think of this toy box. Also, if you like my toy box designs and what I'm doing in Disney Infinity, then subscribe to my channel by clicking my photo in the lower right corner if you haven't already done that. I'll be back on Wednesday to start showing you how to build this toy box for yourself on your own console or PC. Until then, take care.